Hey, this is a quick video on what I've learned since I've graduated my boot camp and become a professional web developer. Um, Basically, I got a degree in business and I learned to code via that boot camp. And then I got hired as a web developer after a good 3-4 months of studying after that boot camp. I had to get comfortable with dealing with the unknown. I had already been familiar with this concept, changing jobs and whatnot, but I'm more specifically meaning dealing with the unknown when it comes to coding. I spent most of my time in the boot camp building small projects, solving algorithms. If I got into trouble, I could always ask TA or teacher for help or look up an answer. And I can still ask for help from my teammates or look up specific questions via Google Stack Overflow, but most of the time I solve problems that I'm not familiar with. I learned JavaScript and Angular from my coding bootcamp, but I was hired as a Ruby on Rails developer. That was something I wasn't familiar with. I had to become familiar with my company's code base. I had to learn the workflow in Kanban. I had to learn to work with new team members in a new office. I was switching careers and starting in a new company. Everything was new. So getting comfortable dealing with the unknown, and if you can get that to shine through in your resume and your interviews, that you're comfortable and willing to do that, and you can really shine there, then that will definitely put you a step ahead. Algorithms. I don't use the algorithms I was studying at all. I don't use FizzBuzz. I don't spend any time trying to reverse strings or find prime numbers in an array. Most of my time is spent configuring the Rails platform, working with backend tools and building some backend tools. I did have to pass algorithms in my interview, and that doesn't mean that algorithms aren't valuable. Solving algorithms, even simple ones, they keep your coding skills sharp and they give you greater insights into the language. I still spend time working on algorithms. I Google a lot. I Google Stack Overflow. Yeah, no need to memorize everything. When I first started learning how to code, I thought I was going to have to memorize most of the syntax for JavaScript and CSS and HTML and SQL and the command line. And it turns out that mid level and senior developers and directors and management, they all use Google to look up syntax or to how to. Thinking of Google as the library or the manuals is the correct approach. The manual to how to code. That's what Google is, and that's what Stack Overflow is. So once my mindset switched to that, that really helped me improve and stress out a lot less about learning all the syntax and memorizing all the syntax and stuff. I don't ever use GitHub Terminal. I use Visual Studio Code or GitHub Desktop GUI. When I was in my boot camp, I was really intimidated by the terminal. I didn't start using it until the boot camp forced me to, and even after I completed it, I was pretty shaky in my knowledge. And I took a couple of YouTube tutorials on how to use Git in the terminal, and I came into the job thinking that I was going to have to ramp up and get a lot of help when it came to Git terminal commands. But it turns out Git has a nifty GUI, and the Visual Studio Code also has Git built right in. These are much more convenient. And I think they're quicker as well. So after learning my team uses the same GUI tools, then I quickly stuck with it. And that's it. Those are some of the three basic things that I've learned after 3 months on the job as a web developer. If you like my content, you can check me out at santamariacode.com. I'm just trying to give back to the community and help people learn and go from boot camps to web development jobs. Thanks for watching.